Did you know that when you are smiling and grinning, your dog actually perceives you as a threat? Over the last few years, scientists have discovered 5 shocking revelations about our dog's incredible mental abilities, and today we're digging the dirt on all of them. Surprisingly, dogs can actually recognize a bad person. According to one study, dogs have an extremely savvy social intelligence. In this study, researchers set out to discover how dogs would react to people based on their behavior towards their owners. A dog's owner needed help to achieve a task and asked 2 different humans for assistance. One lended a helping hand to the owner, while the other outright refused. What happened next is where it gets interesting. Both individuals offered the dog a treat, but guess what? Our canine judges took treats from the helper, but not the refuser. So what does this tell us? Dogs are watching. They're not just observing, but understanding the essence of our actions. When someone is mean to you, your dog takes note, showing a preference for those who support their beloved humans. And there's more to their detective skills. Dogs detect odors at concentrations nearly 100 million times lower than what our human noses can pick up. So when we say dogs can smell fear, we're not just using an expression. They literally can. Stress, fear, and even a guilty conscience release chemicals like adrenaline and cortisol. And your dog can pick up on these changes using their nose to sense someone's true intentions. Ever noticed your dog acting weird around someone you're not quite comfortable with? That's because they're reading the room, or more accurately, smelling it. If you're anxious or scared, your dog smells the chemical shift in your body and might see that person as a threat. On the flip side, if you're calm and happy, your dog perceives the people around as safe and friendly. Your dog understands your facial expressions, but not always as you intend. During one experiment in Austria, scientists presented dogs with photos showcasing just the mouth and eyes of human faces, each wearing either a happy or angry expression. To spice things up, they trained the dogs to nose at the screen as a way of identifying each expression. Some dogs got treats for recognizing happiness, while others were rewarded for picking out anger. And when these canine participants were later shown pictures of entirely new faces, sporting the same range of emotions, they didn't miss a beat. They accurately distinguished between joy and anger, snagging those well-earned treats. Turns out, dogs have the ability to discern between fundamental human expressions, relying on their keen observation of how humans showcase their feelings. But the study unveiled something even more intriguing. Initially, without any training, dogs were naturally hesitant to approach and tap on the angry faces. Scientists believe that they innately understand the universal signs of displeasure and want nothing to do with it. But here's where many dog owners unknowingly tread into dangerous territory, and that is grinning or smiling broadly at their dogs. You might think you're expressing joy, but in the dog world, bared teeth signal aggression. When you smile wide or laugh in a way that shows your teeth, your dog might see this as a display of fangs, a universal sign of a threat in the animal kingdom. And hugging your dog while grinning? That's a double no-no. To your dog, this could feel like being trapped by someone showing aggressive signals. Your dog listens. Did you know that when you're talking to your dog, it's not just the tone of your voice that they're tuning into, but they're actually processing the emotional content of what you're saying? In one fascinating research, scientists took a closer look at how dogs respond to human and dog vocalizations. They worked with 11 dogs, including 6 border collies and 5 golden retrievers, training them to lie still inside an MRI scanner, which definitely wasn't a simple task. Once settled, the dogs listened to various sounds, including human laughter and crying, as well as dog barks and whines, alongside neutral noises like glass breaking. And here's what the scientists have discovered. Dogs have specific areas in their brains that light up in response to vocal sounds, much like humans do. These areas become especially active when the sounds carry emotional weight, such as happiness in laughter or aggression in barking. This suggests that dogs like us have a nuanced understanding of vocal cues and emotions. What's even more interesting is the balanced way dogs respond to both human and canine sounds. Unlike humans, who show a strong preference for human voices, dogs don't play favorites. They're just as attuned to the vocalizations of their own species as they are to ours. This reflects their unique position as members of both their canine pack and our human families. Your dogs can recognize and remember a liar. A 2014 study in Japan proved that dogs possess a deeper level of social intelligence than previously thought. The experiment involved a group of 34 dogs, and initially, the research team built a foundation of trust with the dogs. Each dog had 2 containers in front of them, one with a treat and one empty. At first, the researcher pointed at the container where food was hidden. After establishing this trust, the researchers introduced a twist. They deceived the dogs by pointing to an empty container. Interestingly, in the following trials, the dogs became hesitant and reluctant to follow the cues given by these now untrustworthy humans. This pattern of behavior remained consistent with all the dogs. This shows that dogs are actively evaluating our actions and intentions, and they indeed can recognize and remember a liar. Your dog will remember your scent forever. Here's an interesting fact. Even after many years, even if you were to change your appearance drastically, perhaps by losing or gaining a significant amount of weight, changing your hairstyle, or even after undergoing surgery, your dog would still know it's you. This is because your core scent doesn't change dramatically with your appearance. Your dog's ability to recognize you by scent alone is so strong that physical changes are unlikely to confuse them. So if you're planning to be away from your furry friend for an extended period, consider leaving them with a worn shirt or a blanket that carries your scent. Dogs find great comfort and solace in these items during their owner's absence. Research has also shown that dogs can detect not just the scent of their current owners, but also the scent of previous owners, even years after being separated from them. When it comes to scent, dogs possess an incredible long-term memory and an ability to associate scents with specific individuals and the emotions connected to them. Dogs can detect serious illnesses. Did you know that there is an organization in the UK called Medical Detection Dogs that is solely dedicated to training dogs to detect the odor of diseases? One of the most groundbreaking areas of research is the detection of cancer. Dogs have been trained to sniff out various types of cancer with a remarkable degree of accuracy. In some studies, dogs have demonstrated the ability to detect cancerous cells simply through the smell of a patient's breath, urine, or skin samples, sometimes even in the early stages of the disease when it's most treatable. They can also be trained as diabetes alert dogs. These canine heroes can detect changes in an individual's blood sugar levels through the smell of their breath or sweat. When they sense that their owner's blood sugar is too low or too high, they can alert them to take action, potentially saving their life. Another area where dogs show incredible intuition is in predicting seizures in individuals with epilepsy. Though the exact mechanism is still under study, it's believed that dogs can pick up on subtle odor changes or behavioral cues preceding a seizure. This allows them to alert their owners or caregivers in advance, providing precious time to prepare or seek safety. Surprisingly, during the pandemic, dogs were trained to detect COVID-19 in human sweat with impressive accuracy, offering a non-invasive testing alternative in airports and public spaces. Your dog's survival instinct drives them to hide any signs of discomfort. Even if they are experiencing strong pain, they may be hiding it to appear strong, and we may have no idea they are actually suffering on a daily basis. So check out this video where we talk about 9 crucial clues to watch out for to get your dog the help they need in time. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our doggy-loving community.